I'm speaking with Haren Ghosh. He's the Chief Analytics Officer for Symphony Advanced Media. This is the analytics guy. So let's start out by talking numbers. What's going on right now? What's your hot button when it comes to the data space?
Well, interestingly, there are a lot of data streams right now. We show our clients, what data streams would be relevant to answer your business questions. It's not like that all 100 things that you have would be relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so find out, the first step is to find out which data streams would be the key to solve your business questions. Then the next question is how to utilize those data streams, right? And the third step is build a model that will be telling the answers that you want, right? And the fourth is making actions, so taking actions based on the outcomes that you're getting out of the model. Those are the 4 steps that we recommend to our clients.
Give us some examples of what this looks like for a healthy client. Like, how are they actually getting into the right stream, and then what are they doing to extract from the data what they need?
The first step in the client would tell us, well, here is what we have. So they would be dumping us everything, right? So then, we follow all those different steps. We look at their media plans. We look at, the client stakeholders who would be, taking our insights and would be making sure that they are connecting with, different stakeholders, like, the agencies and creative agency and whatnot. And then, we'll be following through all those recommendations. Right? And also at the same time, would be socializing all the insights that, the data is telling, and it'll be socializing with other, the senior level executive members as well.
What do you think of the whole location tie-in now?
Well, that is a very good question, in fact. I mean, when we look at, the media strategy and the media plan for our clients, the first thing is how much money they are spending across different channels. Okay, that is the starting point. One classic example I can think of right now, we're dealing with an insurance client, where they're spending close to like $100 million. But if you look at, their media plan, I mean, you will see there are like, the multiple media plans for different segments, like B2B, B2C, agents and brokers. Within each of those segments, they have even multiple, channels. Like for B2C, they have TV, print. B2B, they have TV, online, print, radio, and whatnot. Now the thing is that now you figure out the first question is whether really you are interested to find out the ROI for all those components, or you're interested to find out the ROI only for the big components. Because the thing is that there are some other smaller channels as well, mobile for instance. Probably the client is spending like less than $1 million. Really, are you interested to put that with the media, I mean the TV for instance, where you're spending like $80 million? Maybe not. Right? So the thing is then we break the entire problem into pieces. We figure out where and how you need to allocate your money on your top channels that would be helping you reach your the top level goals like brand awareness and whatnot. And then you need to go from there, and then you'll have to figure out how to allocate your money on mobile, social. That will be giving you additional reach. Not only that, that will also be helping you to augment the effects of TV and other media channels to improve your sales.
Is this space fully mature yet, or how do you hope it grows over the next year?
It is not mature yet, I can tell you. I mean, people are kind of struggling and they're trying to fit, different kind of modeling approaches, to fit everything. But what we have found out after working with so many clients that, the single level or single stage model doesn't work. Digital, for instance, that is kind of lightweight media. And when you're putting that, lightweight media with, the heavyweight media, you will find out that lightweight media is not producing enough ROI, or you won't be able to detect, the synergistic effect of the lightweight media and heavyweight media. So the thing is that, we have come up with a systematic approach, step by step, solving and answering different business questions. And, I'm quite confident that in next year or two, the approach and the space will be much more mature. It is kind of in the starting point at this stage.
I like that. Finally, speaking directly to the senior digital marketers in the audience, what is the worst thing that they could do related to data this next year?
My recommendations would be, when they are looking at the data, they shouldn't be lost into the exposures only. What we are noticing that, when people are building any models or coming up with some kind of recommendations, they are looking into only the click-through rates or impressions or maybe GRPs, TRPs. But the thing is that it is not necessarily true that all those metrics would be giving you the true picture of the ROI, because those different the metrics are giving you the exposures or exposure values. They are not talking about the quality of the exposure. So let me give you an example. Think about like impressions, for instance. You can spend or you can buy impressions, 100 impressions from a single site, or maybe from 10 different sites divided by 10, right? But the thing is that two different strategies will be producing two different effects. But if you're inputting that number of impressions only into the model, that model won't tell you the quality of the distribution of those, the impressions across different things.
Yeah.
The same thing is applicable for TV, for instance, TV different shows. You can put your all money on CNN certain TV show, 24/7 you can show that, or you can show, on across different TV shows, right? So you have to look into, not only the reach and frequency, those are key planning tools, but also at the same time you need to look at, the content. And the content, how that content is being absorbed by your target audience. You have to make sure that, otherwise probably you'd be hitting, or you'd be making your frequency number higher, but that is not going to give you higher ROI. We can guarantee you that.
Yeah, no, our insights into data is getting richer and richer, or our insights are getting richer and richer. Karan, thank you.
Oh, thank you too.